Southern Ring Ruin Research Journal, Corey. Like the other ring ruins, those that fell to the plateau south of the village also held a stone slab with Zonai inscriptions. Curiously, we also discovered a flower growing in the ruin, the likes of which we had never seen. References in ancient texts reveal that it was a sundaline, plant long thought extinct. We are currently borrowing a local plum orchard for our cultivation efforts and hoping our studies prove fruitful. Note, our investigation of the round device filled with strange objects has meanwhile come to a standstill. I'm sorry you have to see me this way. I'm dealing with an illness and don't have the strength to get up. If this is about the clothing shop, please talk to Clary. The other day when I was cleaning up the hill, I got too close to the chasm. That's when I accidentally touched that gloom. It seems to have taken quite a toll on me at my age. But don't worry, I'm alright for now. My granddaughter Lastly is looking after me. She should be just outside the house. The poor girl is very worried about me. I need to get better soon. So Lastly was just outside? What to do? At this rate, grandmother's health isn't going to. And Clary's so busy running the clothing shop. I'll just have to do it myself. I'll find a cure for my grandmother. Are you a traveler? I guess it doesn't really matter who you are as long as you're willing to listen. You see, it's my grandmother. She got too close to that nasty gloom stuff and now she's sick and bedridden. Porridge is about the only thing she can keep down right now, too. I've been trying to mix in ingredients that could help with gloom sickness, but none of them have any effect. I need to cook a porridge that will make my grandmother better, and I need to do it soon. Rice, fresh milk, and wild greens. You might not normally think to mix those ingredients, but it's surprisingly good. I bought a bunch of Hylian rice and milk from the merchants to travel the road to the west, so I'm not hurting for those. Still haven't found the crucial ingredient that fights off gloom sickness. I don't really know anything about it myself other than what it does to you when you touch it. My grandmother was cleaning up East Hill for the survey team when she first noticed the chasm. We know now that the chasm's a source of gloom, but she had no idea. And she tried to take a look, she got exposed. But there's got to be an ingredient that counteracts the gloom sickness somewhere out there, right? I'll keep experimenting with recipes until I come up with a porridge that works on gloom sickness. So what was it? Rice? Oh, I don't have milk. Let's get some milk. We're hands-on with the ring ruins at last. I can't believe it. Letty, this chunk is just a small piece of one of the ring ruins. Nothing much, really. I mean, compared to the main size, like that ring ruin over there, it's broken in two, but you can still see the full ring. Well, we can't visit that one by order of Princess Zelda herself. No one's allowed to go anywhere near it. So, isn't getting close up to this chunk here something at least? We can sweep up some of the fragments and sneak them away. We gotta study these ruins somehow. Don't mind me, I'm just definitely leaving everything just as I found it. Wait, you're not with the survey team, are you? I thought we were gonna get yelled at again. We really want to become members of the Zonai survey team, so we came here to study the ruins. Did you know that ring ruins have been found only in Kakariko village and nowhere else? That's why the Zonai survey team sent its specialists to examine them. We figured this was a great opportunity to learn all sorts of things. But Letty has been running all over the place to look at this and that, so we've gotten nowhere fast. Come on, I'm sorry already. But after we're done here, want to see the stone slabs found in each of the ring ruins? Huge discoveries, they say. Naturally. Let's see how many of the 5 ring ruins we can visit to see those. Well, her namesake is. While Taro and I were taking a break, he asked me, "Hey Caleb, what attracted you to join the Zonai survey team?" A little flustered, I answered that I heard its research division was led by a brilliant man by the name of Taro. Because of you, essentially. I meant it sincerely, and in my heart I longed to continue. You're not like these other dullards, you know? You immediately grasped the breadth of my vision. Of course, no such thing passed my lips. But I am certain that Taro, and no one else, is the man who can help the world see my indescribable worth. Our leader Taro has done nothing but surprise me since I joined the Zonai survey team. One day I arrived at the research site to find him sitting on bare earth as he stared at a stone slab. I wished him a good morning, and to that he turned to me and said, "Ah, Caleb, sorry I didn't notice you. Working overtime today, huh?" I thought back to the night before. As I was heading in, I saw Taro sitting on bare earth examining the stone slab. It hit me then. He had stayed up all through the night puzzling over the slab, never moving from his perch. I felt a profound envy of his ability to focus so completely that the passing of time escaped his notice. It's a researcher's duty to use his wisdom and intuition to bring to light historical truths which the ruins would keep secret. Carry on the work of our forebears and continue our pursuit tirelessly, and pass what we learn to those who come after. Our leader Taro understands well that this is not a task that can be completed in a single generation. He says that is why he wants to make so many discoveries, even if the credit to whom they belong is lost. That's the sort of man Taro is. But I, Dr. Caleb, won't be so easily satisfied. My discoveries will be noteworthy, to be sure, but it is my name that I want to live on forever. Not just in people's memories, but in books, stone tablets, and, if I might be a trifle immodest, landmarks. Caleb Valley, Caleb River, the Caleb Hills. My dreams would recognize no boundaries. Dr. Caleb. The ring ruins are the most intriguing ruins I've researched, especially this one, the way part of it floats up there. You had the foresight to focus on all of these special ruins and invite the survey team to take a look right away. I'm impressed, Chief Paya. Oh, no, I'm no chief. I just couldn't refuse my predecessor when she decided to pass the title to me rather suddenly. I'm really a chief in name only, since I still have a great deal to... Oh, is that you, Master Link? I'm so happy that I get to see you again. I'm overjoyed that both you and Princess Zelda are safe, Master Link. Zelda isn't. What? Princess Zelda's still missing? That just confuses the matter more. You see, I actually met with the princess not too long ago. It was immediately after the upheaval. Princess Zelda came here to Kakariko village. She ordered us all to stay far away from the ring ruin that floats above us no matter what. I saw her myself, the princess right before my eyes. She left as soon as she arrived. I wasn't able to ask her anything more about these unusual instructions. We thought it was to protect the villagers from harm. This ruin does look like it could crash down at any moment. That's what Paya and I suspect, at least. But still, I know you would not misspeak, Master Link, especially on a matter of such importance. How confusing. Oh, my apologies, Master Link. I was so pleased to see you I completely forgot common courtesy. Please allow me to introduce Mr. Taro, an esteemed member of the Zonai survey team. I invited him here to investigate the ring ruins that fell on our village. He has incredibly deep knowledge of the Zonai civilization. He's even familiar with Zonai script. He is truly an incredibly talented individual. It's clear that the floating ring ruin that we were forbidden to explore is a unique and incredible valuable find. Several more ring ruins with such a shape have fallen down around the village. Most have broken apart in some way. What's fascinating is that a stone slab with writing was found at each site. Deciphering the text show that each slab contains rather interesting content, including mentions of sages. There's still so much we don't understand. I think that perhaps the ruin floating in the air also has a slab that makes mention of the sages. I can't investigate as that would go against Princess Zelda's direct orders. If only I could meet with her again, I'm sure I could persuade her to change her mind. In any case, I'm having trouble squaring your story about Princess Zelda with the Princess Zelda we met. Everything is alright, why won't she just show herself? She must have some reason. Until we find out Princess Zelda's true intentions, we have no choice but to trust her and leave that ruin alone. I'm quite sure it's just an imposter. What are you doing? Under Princess Zelda's orders, everyone is strictly forbidden from getting close to that ring. If that applies to an archaeologist like me, it certainly applies to an amateur like you. Princess Zelda visited Kakariko village recently. Her orders were clear. Of all the ring ruins, this side is off limits. She left before giving any sort of reason why, because she wanted to keep the villagers safe. Ruins are known for being structurally sound, after all. Goodness, but they're expensive. Huh? Oh, welcome. Sorry, I must have drifted off. I'm just so tired lately. Look, I know it won't help to talk about it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. My grandmother's really sick. I'm running the shop while my little sister Leslie's looking after her. We're sort of getting by, but we're both so exhausted. I'm sorry about this, but we really need money for grandmother's treatment. I've had to hike up the prices on everything we have in stock. Just for now, though, as soon as grandmother is healthy again, I can set our prices back to normal. I know I shouldn't bring my home situation into the shop with me. It's nice to get it on my chest, but I probably shouldn't have dumped all of that on a customer. Okay, time to salvage my professionalism. I'm so sorry about that. Allow me to welcome you to Enchanted. Anyway, you can't get your hands on CC brand fashion unless you go to Southeast to Hateno Village. But why go there when you can meet all your fashion needs right here? We serve both style and quality. I hope Leslie's been getting some rest. Alright, so before I... sure to show a glowing bone-like pattern in dark. Ooh. Before I buy anything, I'll need to heal up their grandmother. Hey there, kid. Did you come to see the ring ruins too? We might bump into each other when you're running around the village seeing the sights. If you want to learn about the ring ruins, be sure to ask the Zonai survey team people here, or the village chief. You'll find her and the few team members under one of the ring ruins, the one floating on the north side of the village. They're only the most amazing sight to see in Hyrule. Of all the ruins that fell everywhere, these ring-shaped wonders are only in this village. 5 of them. They found a stone slab with Zonai writing in 4 of the ruins. Those ancient messages are the main reason I came to this village. Problem is, I have an extreme fear of heights. My legs start shaking if I'm even on the 2nd floor of a house. And every ring ruin fell somewhere high up. One of the ruins is floating above part of the village, so at least I can see it from below. The other 4, though? Forget about it. I can't even get close. I wish I could find out what's on the stone slabs in each of those ruins. You should mark your visit to the ring ruins in Kakariko village. How about a ring garland? They're made with lots of love and they're only 5 rupees. I'll take one. Thank you. Before you go, I'll add an extra little bit of love to it. Here you go. And I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it, but I'll leave that there for now. I do have 4. I'll get a heart container. Healed me up too. Thank you, goddess. Oh, is that really you? Link! Why, it's been some time. You gave me quite a shock. I didn't expect to see you appear here in our village. And right now, too, while our chief is... I suppose you haven't heard. The former chief, Lady Impa, retired. Now Lady Paya is the chief of Kakariko village. I've been working as her assistant, but Lady Paya is ignoring her responsibilities. She won't listen to anything I say. All these ring ruins have her full attention. Read the Zonai survey team's 3 big ideas. The mysterious ruins that appear due to the upheaval, calling them shrines. Oh, I already read these. I read these. Journal of Various Worries. I don't think I'll ever find a bed that is comfortable as a stone slab in the ring ruins. It's so cool and comfortable. I may never be able to sleep on a regular bed, no matter how soft, ever again. What should I do? Guess I'll sleep on it and figure it out later. For better or worse. For better or worse. Does anyone know how to treat gloom sickness? Anything helps, so if you have information, bring it to Leslie right away. Monsters appeared at the ring ruin out among the hills that lead west of here, disrupting my research. Is anyone out there capable of dealing with something like this? I'm not from the village, so I hope it's okay for me to ask. Grania. The cuckoos used to lay their eggs in front of the store, but they've been wandering off somewhere in the mornings. So where are those dang cuckoos laying their eggs? We rely on those eggs for our business. Trissa. The secret base is a secret just between me and Mummy, so no one is allowed to follow me ever. That's what makes it secret, not Kotla. The cuckoos used to lay their eggs. Oh, I guess I've finished all of those. Can I read that? Forest Diary. Perhaps it's a side effect of returning to my previous form from 100 years ago, but I had a dream about that time. Back then, Robbie and I did whatever we pleased at the Royal Ancient Lab. Age reversal experimentation explosions, warping failure explosions, explosion preventing device explosions. I recall us trying things that likely would have gotten us tossed out if Impa and Princess Zelda hadn't covered for us. Impa scolded me often, but never too harshly. Those were fun times. I haven't decided where to hide 3 of my 4 diary volumes yet. Seems like a good idea to hide one of them away in my own room. I've been at Lookout Landing a lot lately. Maybe I should go back to the lab in Hateno Village to place a diary. I have read that, though. Paya's Diary of the Chief. One day, Grandmother said to me, "You've grown up, Paya." It took me by surprise, so I simply nodded. She nodded back and said, "It's settled. As of today, you are the chief." And so it was. Suddenly, I was the chief. But what can I hope to achieve? Just like Grandmother, I do have Dorian as my aide, for which I'm grateful. Yet for some reason, he seems troubled. Grandmother has become obsessed with old books. I'm hesitant to reach out to her with my concerns. I fear this chief's hat that Grandmother has given me is too heavy for me to bear. Literally, it rather hurts my head. It happened suddenly, without warning. I was so frightened by the impact, it was as though someone had taken hold of this world and given it a violent shake. The air grew stagnant, weapons decayed, and ruins fell from a somber sky shrouded in darkness. How fortunate that none of the villagers were injured. As for the village itself, it has been utterly transformed. 5 large ring-shaped ruins fell down upon the village. A large opening in the ground has been spotted at East Hill. Even with everything that is happening, Grandmother said that she was going to set out on a journey with Kato. I tried to stop her from going at a time like this, but she insisted that such times are precisely why she must go. I had no choice but to bid her farewell. Her eyes seemed to wordlessly say that she was shouldering some great mission. There were 11 peculiar symbols depicted in the books Grandmother was reading. Could they somehow be related to her sudden departure? I told Pura of Lookout Landing about our village's situation. She said ring-shaped ruins are incredibly unusual. Realizing this could be a good opportunity to help the village, I made arrangements with the Zonai survey team at once. I returned home to greet them, and that's when Princess Zelda arrived at the village. She seemed almost like a doll of herself, the same outside but no spirit within. I could not hide my uncertainty. She forbade anyone from entering the broken and partially floating ruin, and then she left, just like that. She did not mention the village's awful condition or have any words of kindness for our villagers. The Zonai survey team has arrived at our village. Their leader, Tauro, is truly incredible and has already found a clue in the quest to decipher the Zonai writing. I tentatively named the ruins that fell upon our village the Ring Ruins. It seemed the obvious choice. The villagers have treated me with such warmth. They've even embraced my decision for us to coexist with the Ring Ruins. Of their own volition, some of our villagers volunteer to aid research, and others for patrol duty. It is humbling to behold. Dorian's sweet little daughter, Coco, even crafted souvenir items called ring garlands. Before I knew it, our days of never having visitors has passed. Our quiet village seems to have regained its vigor. Before all else, we must learn more about the Ring Ruins. It is my responsibility as chief to see that it is done. I intend to fulfill my duties as chief in a manner that is slightly different from my grandmother's way. Gone is the chief who sits in her hall with quiet wisdom. That is what the village needed of her then, but no longer. I must keep moving forward so that when she returns, I can greet my dear grandmother with a triumphant smile. Welcome, friend. Those eyelids feeling heavy? Then you've come to the right place. Take any bed in this inn and it's yours for a paltry 10,000 rupees. I'm joking. You should have seen the look on your face. Yeah, I don't even work here. I stopped by hoping to get some Z's when the owner up and asked me to keep an eye on the place. He said he had to go make up the beds in the Serve 18 tents and that he'd be right back, but I don't think he's coming back. I went to look for him, but there are 4 tent camps in this village and only 1 me. Could you maybe track down the owner and tell him to come back already? If you run across some sleepy-looking guys facing out, you found your man. Welcome. I'm sorry, the old fellows who stocked this place were busy driving off monsters. They've gone off to the ring ruin that's among the hills that lead west of the village. So as you can see, we've almost run out of goods. Those two, they just don't get along. That's going to stand in the way of them taking care of that problem up there. I can go and check up on them, and the longer they're away, the more worried I get. Dear me, apologies for going on and on about my old worries. So, what can I help you with? I usually recommend the Swift Carrots of my Mr. Gross, but here's the problem. He's gone off with the other old fellow to drive out monsters. It's the ruin that's among the hills that lead west. So he's not here to tend to his garden, and that's why we're pretty much out of stock. Can I sell? I guess I still can. That will do. Wing, arrows, and arrows. If Lurelin Village had more archers like you, then maybe things wouldn't have happened like they did. If you want to hear about my hometown, I can talk your ear off. Lurelin Village is a small fishing town on the southeastern coast. It may be out of the way, but it has shops and such you'll find only there. Our village is a lovely place. But then it was seized by pirates and everyone had to abandon the village. The villagers are scattered all over now. The leader of the village is desperate to save Lurelin, but who knows what'll happen. Sorry, I didn't mean to take us in such dark directions. No helping it, now then, back to work. Seeing someone look at these arrows reminds me of my husband. There was a time he was a regular master archer. I wonder where he is now. Alright, let's start one thing at a time. Ring the ruins from the east of the village, from the west of the village. These? we'll see how far we can go. Nice strafe. I see you there. Alright, so nice. I'll take it. There is someone up there. Alright, what have we here? Wake up! Oh dear, this isn't the place to go to sleep. Saguro's not far off, and if he finds out someone's been sleeping on one of the stone slabs, a priceless artifact, I'll be the one who gets it. Ah yes, stone slabs are, well, slabs, like the one this guy's sleeping on. The survey team discovered stone slabs in each of the ring ruin sites here. They found this one in the ruin above us. Our leader is able to read Zonai writing and says the text on the slab is a record of a historic fight, one that was between a great king of that era and the Demon King. The ruler did not, or could not, defeat the Demon King and instead imprisoned the mighty foe. The text also says that the sages who fought beside this ruler left something behind in case the Demon King returned. It worries me to know this discovery talks about the Demon King's return, and here the upheaval has just happened. If only we knew what those sages did to prepare in case he came back. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to think and fret at the same time there. You can read the deciphered writing for yourself. It's all right next to the slab. Ah, the inn owner is him, that guy there. He came to change your beds, but then I realized he'd fallen sound asleep. Nothing wakes him up. I tried shouting and then shaking him, nothing. What's more, he decided to doze off on top of this priceless stone slab. He's been saying truffle now and then. Maybe he's having a dream of eating a hearty truffle. I wonder if he'd wake up if he smelled one right under his nose. But it's hard to get a hearty truffle. They're pretty rare. I did find one, however. It was bobbing along under that waterfall. I don't know if there's somebody dropped the truffle there or if it floated in from somewhere else. I've got to do something about this guy soon, though. Sakuro's in the ruins above, and he'll come back here eventually. I do have a hearty truffle. There. Wake up. A gentle aroma with a strong, hearty undertone. My dear hearty truffle, I have thee now. What, was that just a dream? And where am I? That's right, I was changing the beds. Anyway, thank you for waking me up. I need to hurry back to the inn. Ooh, that traveler's going to be so mad at me. I'll take the hearty truffle back. Hey, now get your feet off the stone slab. Whoops, sorry. The stone slab at the large ring ruin, some translation notes. A demon king, vast power, no hope, victory, king's own life, managed, imprison him. Imprison not indefinitely. Prepare demon revival. We sages must leave our knowledge of future generations. Reading between the lines, the stone slab seems to be a record of how the king in those days challenged the demon king. If I had to extrapolate the meaning, I'd guess it's something like this. The reigning king determined that they were no match for the demon king and gave his own life to imprison the threat. The sages tried to leave something for the people of the future who would have to prepare for the Demon King's arrival. Shooting star. did Pura send you? I'm Saguro. Nice to meet you. I specialize in studying the Sky Islands. I mean, look at all of these fascinating ruins just dropping out of the sky. Great stuff, right? Wait, you're not with the survey team? This is an official Ring Ruins research site. It's dangerous here for civilians. But if you're the sort of guy who comes all the way out here for curiosity's sake, you must be a researcher at heart. Since you're here, I'm happy to answer questions, as long as they're about the Sky Islands. You know when you start daydreaming, stare off into the sky, and then you go, whoa, a floating ruin? That's a Sky Island. Remnants of the Zonai civilization, like these ring ruins, have fallen all over. Turns out they come from the Sky Islands, which means the whole Zonai legacy is up there. The islands are untouched, so everything must be well preserved. I'm not boring you, am I? Because I can go on about the Sky Islands forever. Go ahead, ask me anything. We're not sure what lives up there, but we found new species of plants around the fallen ruins, and if there are plants, I'm sure other things live up there too. If you're interested in that sort of thing. Try talking to Corey. She's our resident plant expert. Right now, she's trying to cultivate plants that were attached to the ruins. If that interests you, you should definitely ask her about it. I'm not boring you, am I? What makes you curious? I want to know more about armor made with Zonai tech. Floating and culture are tied together, and there's so much we don't know about either of them. So many mysteries. Anyway, the bigger the Sky Island, the bigger the settlements. We think some sort of cultural relic must be up there. But since we can't get up there, it's all conjecture. I'll have to content myself with studying the ring ruins. We don't have a way to get to the Sky Islands, at least not yet. I'd love to go someday. I bet the folks in Terrytown could improve the balloon. I wish I had a reason to head northeast. Hey, you there! Come here! Haven't you heard? It's strictly forbidden to get near that ring room by Princess Zelda's orders. You better be on your way. I can't even fly there? You saw me? Goodness. I haven't met the person who knows where the drum player is. The whole reason I came here to Kakariko Village. Burn it. Burn it all. Well done. Amber. Alright. Nothing in particular there. What I can do before I leave. Let's use that with that. Alright. So ring ruins to the west of the village is where we find those two. Hopefully. Oh, it fell behind me. You look like someone who enjoys purchasing items. I call them amateurs. Real pros don't mind a little falling water. You simply go out there, stay dry, and try not to give in to despair. Eventually, a customer will appear. I will buy rice, milk, cheese, and all that. I can get cheese for free, but I don't feel like going all the way to Hateno. Everything else, I'm good. Nope, nope. Thank you, Nimbus. Just let me up there. Goodness. Dragon alert! Not gonna be able to get all the way up there. Alright, let's get the, I guess, horn? We'll get the horn, and then we'll go on a tea break, because I was supposed to go 3/4 of an hour ago, and I did not. Alright, dragon, dragon. Oh, this is horrible weather. Oh, there you are. No, is that the dragon or is that not the dragon? That is a dragon. Is it? It is. Kind of like a river. It's preparing to go down there. Oh, shooting star as well. Ah. Either the dragon or the shooting star. Unbearably cold, so for the moment... Oh no, oh no. Get spikes. And that might fall... Oh, it fell outside. Got nitrous horn. Perfect. Oh, now to climb out of here. Just strafe, strafe, strafe. Could do it. Alright, I can still get the shooting star. Oh, ruins. The stone slab at the Eastern Ring ruin. Some translation notes. Wind, flame, water, lightning, and time. Light, who holds the power secret stone, and that person dwell within power, amplify. Great might display. The trust is the message on this slab is about something called secret stones. Those who held power such as wind, flame, water, lightning, and light and time amplified them with secret stones. They used the stones to attain great might to accomplish their goals. That's what I'm guessing it would say if we could read the whole thing. Morning. You came all the way out here to see the ring ruins. I'll be. Watch your step, or you don't, so you don't fall into that chasm or get personal with any gloom. If you just can't help yourself gloom-wise, look for our resident gloom specialist, Eba, by the tents. Anyhow, the chief here is determined to keep the ruins open for viewing. Just stay clear of the stone slabs and ring ruins. Can't place those. What a shame we can't enter that floating ring. I bet there's a slab in there packed with juicy information. We don't have a lot of springs. Ooh. A lot of blue nightshades. And silent princesses. Alright, Korok, where do you need to go? Alright, you can stay there. Alrighty. Let's go for the star fragment. We don't wanna go down on to the tents. Given its location near the edge of the chasm, researching this ruin involves some level of inherent danger, so as our resident gloom expert, I volunteered to head up this operation. As with the other ring ruins, our investigation turned up a stone slab edged with Zonai writing. Some of the villagers who came to help clear the rubble came into contact with the gloom. One still hasn't recovered. All of the herbs effective against gloom have been used up tending to the wounded of Lookout Landing. The herb in question was a yellow plant I stumbled upon in my previous research, very likely a new species. Given how difficult it is to procure, I have been working tirelessly to develop some sort of alternative cure. To think that a chasm would open so close to a village, this warrants constant observation. Dallas is leading the ring ruins investigation, so that leaves me free to focus on the gloom. Watch it! Don't sneak up on me! Yeah, that was close. With all this rain, I couldn't hear a thing. I'm a specialist in gloom, not defying gravity. One false step, and that's the end of my research. Now, what brings you here? Have you come for a professional consultation on gloom, perhaps? Well, if I'm honest, even an expert like me doesn't know exactly what gloom really is. The depths, you know the depths, don't you? The vast dark expanse that these chasms lead to? Anyway, one can find gloom all over the depths. It emerges from these chasms to taint the surface. Just touching it would steal your vitality, so watch out. Dreadful stuff. Unfortunately, that's about as far as my research has taken me. How is this? Are you asking because you're planning a trip down the chasm? What bravery. If you touch gloom and become unwell, come to the surface right away. That's the most important thing. Certain foods may help. I did feel better when I tried nibbling a yellow plant I found near some fallen ruins. I tried researching the plant to confirm my results, but I can't find any records of it. Come to think of it, I heard Corey discovered a new species. Perhaps I'll ask her. found this star. I think there's a Korok down there. Or even am I? East Hill. Lantern Lake. How is it, though, that I want to go to the west, I get sidetracked by a dragon, and then end up in the east? I can return to the inn, because he's supposed to be back there. Oh, there is a well there as well. Eightfold blade has a long throw. Why is there a trail of apples? My beloved husband always gives it his all when working in service of others. I admire that about him. He's been working himself to the bone ever since being granted the honor of guarding Lady Impa. I wish for him to always be in good health and good spirits. That's why I made him a tough meat stuffed pumpkin using fortified pumpkin and fresh meat. I was thrilled that he kept saying it was tasty and going back for more. I hope it filled his heart as well as his stomach. My little Kotla, my perfect girl. I love her so very much. She truly is the apple of my eye. Speaking of apples, she seems to have quite the taste for hot buttered apple. She's like an adorable little squirrel, always stuffing her cheeks full of them. If I could, I would cook endless amounts of apples and goat butter to keep my little one happy. Coco is my precious treasure. As a sibling, she's an absolute sweetheart. She cares so deeply for her little sister. Ever since Katla was born, Coco doesn't even whine or complain anymore. She is so strong and so wonderful. Luckily, Mummy knows that Coco loves energizing honeyed apples. It's that difficult to collect honey, but so long as I carry fire with me, the bees won't attack. I would go to any lengths to see my Coco's smiling face. Even a few bee stings here or there are well worth it. Hey, Swift Carrot. I never collected them before. I don't think I've a picture of them. It's a long way up, isn't it?